back in Seattle. Denny Schreiner along with Mike Durbin, and we're in the semifinal game. Lanes 33 and 34. And for Tom Kreitz, it's crunch time. He trails by 12.
Still a lot of room left. 3.5 frames left. 4 for Kreitz. This is the key lane on this lane. Gave it more room this time. Makes a good shot. Can't get the 10 pin out.
I guess you're darned if you do, darned if you don't. If you give it enough room, the ball rolls out and doesn't hit hard enough. Exactly. You set it a little short, it goes through the nose.
Exactly right. You make your ace shot and you leave the weak 10, and you know you're in trouble then. At least I always do that.
Well, better to leave the 10 than something that stares back at you with room in between.
Well, that's true, but when you're trailing by 13, if he makes this, then you can't catch up.
So it's on now to the 8th frame.
It's a 3-frame match, and Pedersen leads by 13.
High game of the night thus far, 236.
There you see the scoreboard, and the difference, 106 to 119, 13 pins, both bowlers on spares. In there. What it's going to boil down to is, can Kreitz hit lane 34 one time in this match?
Or can Randy Pedersen double in the 8th of the night?
Can he hit lane 33 one time?
It's amazing. Every player that's come on here tonight has had one lane locked in. The other lane's been a mystery. One more time for the re-rack on lane 34. And we've seen more re-racks tonight than I think we've seen all summer.
Matches are tight. He's got 34, and Kreitz has got 33. Put the two of them together, we'd have a pretty good match.
That was a pretty good game right now. I was just going to say.
They were doubles partners. I mean, best ball doubles, right?
Oh, somebody better remind them that we're back to the new format where you bowl the whole game yourself. We're making jokes up here. These two youngsters are really working hard down here.
And you can see the intensity written all over Pedersen's face. If he does not strike here, Ken, Kreitz could strike out and lock him out of the match. High. 3, 6, 9, 10. You know, he was just so determined that he was going to make a good shot then, and he did not want to give it too much room. And it's the old adage, give it room, not too much. Look at that determined look on his face right there. And right here, he just sets it short and left of target, and he knew it as soon as he let it go. Tough spare here. Right through the heart, 3, 6, 9, 10. See if he shoots it off the strike line or from the left. Shot it from the outside. Perfect cover. Spare shot was tougher to strike.
That may be the key shot of the match for Pedersen, because in an open there would have really swung the door wide open in the 9th.
But he's already cracked it, because if Kreitz can strike here, he's got the opportunity to close him out. It's the biggest shot of the game and the tournament so far this week for Tom Kreitz right here. Room. Boy, what a perfect shot. Absolutely perfect.
Now that's the sign of a true professional, one that will take advantage of an opportunity. And Kreitz with a magnificent shot on the right-hand lane.
Watch this. More speed, a little more loft. Now watch how far the ball gets out. Out to about the 3rd, 4th. Dead flush. No 10 pin there. That ball didn't roll out. And you see, he knew it as soon as he let it go.
That's as excited as Tom Kreitz ever gets.
Yeah, he doesn't run out a whole lot of strikes.
Pretty low key, but effective. 216 if possible if he would strike out. That's more than enough to win.
To take the lead. Oh, that one did roll out. Tripped the 4-pin. Pedersen knows the score, knows now the best he can hope for is an opportunity to double to win the match.
But at least for Pedersen, the right-hand lane's been a good one for him.
But it won't do him any good if Kreitz gets one more.
Yep.
Pedersen has a life. He gave it room. He certainly did not set it short and run it high. He gave it room and gave it every opportunity to come back and strike.
So with a spare, it would be 205.
And Pedersen's going to need 2 strikes and 7 in order to win the match.
And he has to feel as if that's a reprieve at this stage.
Absolutely. That's exactly what I would be thinking. Now I have an opportunity to win the match and go on. And I'm finishing on a lane that I've struck on 3 consecutive times.
Takes his time getting up. 3 racks. Don't forget, at the conclusion of tonight's championship round, Sports Center. John Saunders, Larry Burnett, back in Bristol. All the latest baseball scores.
Interesting, Randy looked at the rack after he came back down, but it doesn't make any difference. He's used his 3. Did you see that?
Dice him, slice him, and slice him, huh?
I wish I could read lips. What's he saying to himself there?
He's saying, Randy boy, just stay nice and slow and stroke it right into the pocket.
That's what you're thinking in this situation. A lot of bowlers do different things, but he's thinking what he needs to do to make that shot.
The only question is he answering his questions?
Can he do it? Slipped or something at that foul line. Looks over.
Now gives himself a little round of applause. The fans react to it, but not what Randy Pedersen was.
Rushed that 3rd step or 4th step and followed through, went left. Just didn't get the lift on that ball. Left the bucket. Again, the determined look on the face. He loses it right there and knows it immediately. Head goes down.
And so Randy Pedersen is eliminated. He'll finish up 3rd. And that man right there, Tom Kreitz, advances to the championship game against George Branham III. But before all that happens, we'll take a look at the latest in bowling news.